Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, another episode here of Cork and Dinner podcast. Thank you so much to everyone else. Please, looking forward to seeing everybody at the live show coming up very shortly. Our very first live podcast. Also, second podcast to be announced after the first live podcast. And the only way you're going to get preferential treatment on the night or on the day is to get your tickets is by signing up to the Bitron.
Oh, yeah.
£3 a month to support Andrew through his life. £3. What's that? That's 80% of a price of one coffee a month. And you get me with different guests, one or two at our end. We're growing it, we're developing it, we're changing it, we're improving, we are becoming special.
You wait and see, guys, in the next few months.
What is happening with this
where
podcast?
This all
you
goes.
are going to be so fucking surprised and blown away.
Oh boy, let me tell you, we're leveling up in many, many ways.
What's the term the government in London use?
I don't know.
We not leveling up, trickling down.
Oh no,
trickling
that's
down
sad.
economics.
Oh, Rishi, God bless him.
God bless him.
God bless him. Do you like Rishi?
Do I like Rishi Sunak?
Aye. I want to like him, but I don't know if I can.
But he's a Tory, isn't he? So they're all the fucking same.
I know, but he did.
Cloth,
he did give us money over COVID.
But he had to.
I know, but he did it.
I agree with that. Yes.
So I wanna like. Part of me wants to be like, give us more money or something. I don't know. I just really want to like him, but I don't know if I can.
I think, to be honest with you, anybody that's in charge of Britain at the moment, I mean, it's a fucking sinking ship, lads.
It is. It's pretty
I mean, it's going to have the lowest growth. The impacts of Brexit are going to be kicking in over the next few years. Yeah. But also, it's the rhetoric of the country. Yeah. Like, for example, if you're... They go on about, like, employees, they don't have enough staff in restaurants and they voted to curb immigration. Now, business people are saying, oh, can we change the rules in immigration? Because we didn't realise what we voted for was actually going to fucking happen. But what you got to understand is that it's not just people who are coming in on low-paid, low-skilled jobs. It's actually people who are highly educated won't go there anymore because of the rhetoric. So, like, for example, years ago, when you were growing up, you might go off, let's take a person from Cork. They go to University College Cork and they get a degree in engineering, nursing, fucking accountancy, graphic design, whatever, marketing, business development, whatever, one of these fucking degrees, right? Mm-hmm. And they decide, you know what, I'm 24 and 25, I kind of want to live abroad for a year or two, I want to have experienced life, I want to mature a little bit. They go to London. A lot of them would go to London and they would have the crack in London for a couple of years. The amount of times I would see on a Saturday or Sunday morning near Finsbury Park, the GA jerseys, all going to watch the fucking Munster final, the Irish rugby jerseys on the way to the 2 o'clock kickoff in the Six Nations. All the young Irish people in their mid-20s. I did it. I having the crack in London, meeting different cultures, exploring life, and then, and these are highly educated people. Those people won't go to London now, not because the jobs aren't there. It's because they don't like the atmosphere of it.
Yeah.
Do you see my point? Like, so it's not like, so it's like, it's kind of like, oh, would you not go to London? Nah, I said something, would you not go to live in London for a year? Like, nah, fuck it, man, why not? It's just like, it just seems, it's kind of closing in on itself. It's not like cooperating with international, it's out of Europe. It just seems very angry place now. Yeah. And we don't like the atmosphere. Yeah. So not only are you not going to get like the low-skilled workers, you're also not going to get highly educated people because they're like, fuck that, I'm going Canada. I'm going Australia. I'm going to go to Brussels. Loads of Irish are going to Brussels now because of the European jobs and cheaper cost of living. And, North America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. I have a cousin of mine living out in New Zealand. Her husband's an engineer and New Zealand suffers a lot from earthquakes. And so they always want engineers out there to help rebuild the roads.
Wow.
So they fucking love the Irish and the English engineers.
Wow. Didn't know that.
So if you're Irish and you want to go out and have a good life and live in good climate and experience life for 4 or 5 years and then come back if you want to come back, that's what European Union membership has done for us. It's given us the option to choose that we can do something else. Whether you decide to use that option is your business. But it's kind of like, if I want to live in France tomorrow, I can live in France tomorrow. Yeah. If you want to live in fucking Germany tomorrow, you can live in Germany. I love the fact that we can do that. I mean, the hassle of just even trying to get into fucking America sometimes.
That is tough.
You know what I mean?
Trying to get through that.
But people don't, like, on our doorstep, we've got Rome, we've got Berlin,
Yeah.
we've got, you know, Brussels, we've got Paris, we've got
Germany.
Madrid, Barcelona. We can just jump on a plane, boom, in there tomorrow. We can get healthcare because we pay into the European system that allows us to do that. And I think with the UK now, it's becoming so enclosed and kind of turning in on itself. And I hope they kind of come through it. They're going through a big phase at the moment. But it's also on an international level. You just look at it and you kind of go, you used to be, you know, one of the biggest countries in the world for leaders in so many things.
Yeah.
Like, for such a small place.
Yeah.
If you actually look at the size of Great Britain compared to America or Canada,
Yeah.
yet you had massive influence.
Yeah.
And now I think other countries are just like, nah, fuck them.
Yeah.
Britain is turning in on itself. Leave them off. They're not one of the main countries anymore, which is sad because it's such a great place and the people are amazing. And I know a lot of people are furious with what's happening there, but the atmosphere, it's the atmosphere and the rhetoric of the country that is turning people away. And it's not going to turn minimum wage people away. It's going to turn people who have degrees and skills away as well, because they don't want to be in a country that you're not going to feel welcome in, because they don't like immigrants or foreigners.
Yeah.
I've been an immigrant, you know, in my life since I was 22. I've been a foreigner since I was 22.
Nice. And look at you.
Look at me now.
Thriving.
I have been since the age of 22 when I left Ireland, I've been a foreigner.
Hey, you're still in it.
Hey, mate. Go on the boys. Go on the fucking boys. Go on your boys. Tell them what I was asking for, mate.
I'll not tell mine. You.
I know. But what do you think about how the last few years in the UK has kind of developed in London and all that?
I've been blissfully ignorant because I think if I think about it for too long, I'll just be sad. So I've just been like, it'll be fine, but it's not being fine. It's pretty bleak, so it is. Like, I miss the old. This is a weird sentence to say. I miss the old days of like Tony Blair, David Cameron, you know, all the boys.
Do you know what? David Cameron was an absolute.
Hilarious.
But David Cameron he was just solid.
Oh.
He was, and look, whether you agreed with him or didn't, compared to the shit that you have now, he was a statesman.
You didn't know how good you had it.
You didn't know how good you had it, even though you might not have voted for him, but actually, he was actually pretty consistent, and Britain had like a good credit rating, they were well respected, and then he decided to give the fucking right wing of his party a vote.
Dickhead.
Because they were losing votes to UKIP.
Dickhead.
And like, I remember Ed Miliband was interviewed remember when he was a leader.
Remember
Ed
Miliband?
Him
and his brother David.
David was the Prime Minister
Milibands?
that Britain should have got.
I know. I remember
David
that.
Miliband was the Prime Minister that Britain should have.
He had that wee sexy bit of grey in his hair.
He did, yeah.
I miss that.
He was a phenomenal leader, but he went up. But Ed Miliband said they asked him the question on Europe, and he went, "I won't even have to vote." And people were like, "Oh, you can't have Ed Miliband because there'll be chaos under him." And you're like, just because someone took a photograph of him eating a bacon sandwich in a funny way. Like,
to be fair,
like that's how fickle it is. Like,
I know.
But you know what? The politicians down south, like, I've never voted. So we've got a Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil coalition.
Yeah,
and we do it every 2 years. I think it's a 4-year government, or 5 whatever it is, 4 years. We're on a rotation. So Micheál Martin is the Taoiseach. Micheál Martin. What are you laughing at?
I just haven't heard of him before, but I know he is.
Micheál,
but it's just funny, the name.
Micheál Martin.
Micheál Martin. It's like a movie star.
Yeah, and he's from Cork.
Ireland.
He's from Cork as well.
Yeah.
He's from Cork. And Simon Coveney, who's the Minister for Foreign Affairs, he's from Cork. And Michael, what's the other fella? Murphy.
So Irish.
The other guy, Murphy, he's the Minister for Public Expenditure. He's from the housing estate up the road from my mother. Simon Coveney's from Crosshaven, I think, or Carrigaline.
There's Seamus O'Shaughnessy. He manages...
Seamus O'Shaughnessy, yeah, he's the Minister for light bulbs.
There's Fintan O'Flaherty. He does... it's just any name with O. It just keeps going on and on and on.
Michael McGrath, sorry. Minister Michael McGrath.
Now they all sound fake, yeah.
So, Minister Michael McGrath is the Minister for Public Expenditure. He lives 2 estates up from my mother.
Amazing.
Micheál Martin is I think he's from Ballinlough, I think. He's from this kind of like just suburb outside the city. Mm-hmm. Simon Coveney, I think he's Crosshaven, is he, or Carrigaline? But his office is in Carrigaline, but he might have one office in... He's Cork South Central anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 of the big hitters, like from my constituency in Cork. Yeah. Now, I've never voted Fine Gael, which is our centre kind of right. Yeah. They're all about, landlords, fucking, it's basically like Diet Tory.
Right.
And then Fianna Fáil would be a little bit centre right.
Okay.
But different.
Yeah.
And then you've got Sinn Féin, which are so far left they're in fucking Mexico. like Sinn Féin. Every time the government down south do something, the way Sinn Féin react, we are reducing public down south cost living. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce all the bus tickets from €2 to €1.25 to help people save money. Sinn Féin, it is a disgrace. Like, it must be so easy to be in opposition. You just disagree with everything.
Oh yeah, big time. That's
their
most
job
fun.
is to literally go, we're going to invest $3 billion in the health service. It's a disgrace. Like, it's the easiest job in the world to be in fucking opposition.
Yeah.
All they do is go, we disagree.
That's a good point, actually. It is easy to be from the outside, because even in the UK, like, when you watch Prime Minister's Questions, the opposition always have the more exciting, like, this shite is terrible. I miss Prime Minister's Question time in the UK, because it used to be great.
Wednesdays or Thursdays?
Wednesdays at noon. Wednesdays at noon, always, and fucking... But see, when Blur and Kim were doing it, it was like it was like roast battle.
It was like Ronaldo and Messi. When Ronaldo and Messi, the two boys were just boom.
Yeah. It was Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier going at it. Oh my god, it's fucking great. And the best part is the backbenches, because they're like children. Like, they'll say something, they're like, yeah. Like, I want to be there. Like, that looks like a good time.
You can go in though to the House.
Not the question time. I don't think you can.
But you can go. You're allowed to view the Parliament.
You can go visit, I think, and then, you know, if they're passing some law no one wants to go to, if there's spare tickets, you can get a ticket in the lottery and go.
You can't get any tickets for a live podcast on the 11th of December.
I can't. People are coming up to me going, "On, can you do that?" People are offering me big money. You know, family members going on. I'm your blood relative.
I had a woman message me on Instagram to try and get you on a date with her, and I will not be your Tinder. I am not your Tinder. But no one fucking messages me. Huh? I created this.
I created.
What's wrong with me?
I'm like Frankenstein. You're Dr. Frankenstein.
Why are they messaging me? Why don't they fucking message you? Why don't fucking your love fucking Honey King?
Because I'm too prestigious to get to. They know better than to message me directly. They're like, they think he's obviously too big, that I have to go through a third party to get some sort of.
But I have more followers on Instagram than you.
But Andrew, it's the
But
quality.
you're bigger than me.
It's the quality.
Oh, fuck off.
Yours are all from India. No, I'm joking. They're not. They're actually not. But
do you vote when elections come around? Do you vote?
Yeah, but only recently.
You've only kind of got into it.
I've been dabbling in the
Do you vote tactically, or do you vote for what you genuinely are interested in?
See, here's the thing. Like, if I have to do the whole vote for my area thing, Sinn Féin are winning every time, so it's kind of, my voter point is a little bit pointless in that respect. Like, I just because it goes by, you know, your constituency or whatever, like, it's always going to be a Sinn Féin councillor.
I like to vote for the independents. The lunatics.
It's a good, the Monster Raving Loony party. Do you ever vote for them?
I want to change bin day from Wednesday to Tuesday.
Best people. But have you ever heard of or seen the Monster Raving Loony party?
Them, yeah.
My favourite part is when they do the general election, and in every they have a candidate in every, and they go to the live camera in BBC. It's like 4 fellas in suits. So it's like, there's David representing the Tories. He got 45% of the vote. And then it's the orange, like Labour. There's John there. He's got 23%. And then it's like, there's the Green Party, Independent. They got 4%. And then it's like, and there's Derek dressed like a life-size chicken. He got 1.2%. He got 1.2% of the vote. But yeah, they're always dressed like these amazing big characters. If you haven't ever seen it, go onto YouTube and Google Monster.
That just stands me out, that people that just can't see their kids.
But they have a manifesto, the Monster Raving Loony party. Have you ever read it?
No.
Hold on, I'm going to Google this and read it.
What is it? Is it all? It's deliberately ridiculous, though,
it's like, we want to turn the sky green.
Because you have to pay to run in an election, though, don't you?
Monster.
It's $3,000, isn't it, to run an election?
Is that really?
I think it's $3,000, yeah.
Monster Raving Loony party manifesto. Let's read it out. Just some of their key points. Policy proposals for the Loony party. Once in government, anyone applying for a 7-figure salary position with the World Health Organization will have to answer 15 correct questions on who wants to be a millionaire.
These are my kind of people.
See, that's why they got 1.2% of the vote.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's their top policy. We will place in law measures to stop panic buying as COVID-19 restrictions take hold. Shoppers will only be permitted to buy one panic per person. That's terrible. It is evident that the 10 p.m. pub curfew is not working. We propose that pubs ask people to leave in alphabetical order. These are just ridiculous. These are so ridiculous.
These guys are class.
To get more children reading, fish and chip shops will once again be wrapped in newspaper. That's good. The MOT is an annual test to ensure your car's roadworthy. We will introduce an ROT, an annual test to make sure all roads are car worthy. Like, this is just
So
fun.
they're just having a laugh.
Yeah, but you can still vote for them, you know.
But that's the beauty of democracy, though, isn't it?
Oh,
You can just vote for whoever. Anybody can run as well.
yeah. Well, it's the beauty of democracy, but fucking, are we really in a democracy? Sometimes it feels like we're just. I don't know.
Why? What's all this about, Aaron?
Well, no, what's
What's going on, Aaron? Do you want to get something off your chest?
Here's what I'll say. If you look at an American election, for example, and I think this boldly applies to most elections, to be fair. Although didn't apply to Rishi Sunak when he tried to get in the first time, which surprised me. Usually, 99% of the time, the person that gets in is the person who funds their campaign the most. So it's the person with the most money. Like in American history, every president that's been elected has always been the one
Who get the most money?
who has had the most campaign donations, essentially, you know.
Yeah.
And so by that respect, you go, well, we're not really in a democracy then, are we? So yeah. But look,
So money talks. Yeah, but that's how
I know. It's just a thought for food for thought.
I listen.
I miss Obama.
Did you like Obama?
Loved him. Was the biggest fan. Still am. Most hilarious.
But he
president.
could do fuck all though.
That was his issue. He had trouble getting bills. But that's the American system.
But you not
in general.
think like every single 4 years you have a politician that comes out, we need change. I'm like, mate,
That's American in general.
but then next one, we need change. And everyone's like, oh, we need to build for the future. I always do myself, what about now? What about today? Like, what about today? Like, I'm alive today.
Yeah.
What about today? Everything is all about the fucking future. What about today? What are you going to do today?
That's what people react to, isn't it?
Oh, but I hate it. It's all like, we need to come together. You're sitting there, you're going, oh, these are just really...
just
You're
ambiguous,
literally
yeah.
a business motivational speaker here.
It's just ambiguous.
That could be running a
phrases.
seminar in a fucking hotel, charging people $1,000 a day to tell you that if you have coconut water, you'll be a millionaire. And then trying to sell you supplements at the end.
That was great about Obama. Though Obama would sing. He would go on talk shows.
Yeah.
He would have the crack.
Fuck the healthcare, but he'll have the crack.
Oh, and I kind of like that a bit more.
Well, you see, dude, what they say is that people will vote for somebody that they feel they could have a drink with in a pub.
Very charismatic, yeah.
Very charismatic. And also very handsome.
Still to this day, yeah.
He is stunningly good looking.
He's still very young too for president.
Can you imagine the changeover from Obama to Trump and the cleaning staff?
Oh, it must have been so sad.
Like there was goes, I used to get up in the morning and Barack would be there. He'd be like, hey Sarah, how you doing?
Why
Hey, Sarah.
Why is he an Italian mobster?
I don't know why.
But great, I love it.
Hey Sarah, how you doing? Michelle and me, we're going to have date night tonight, yeah. And the kids are in school, yeah. You know what I'm saying. Touch me in it, skin in it. Right? And then Obama will come out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Obama would come out. Obama would like, and then he'd be essence of cool. He's the kind of guy that could go up to you and go, "Hey, what's going on?" And you'd be like,
"Let me teach you how to do an Obama."
You're like cleaning like a statue of George Washington in the White House. Be like, "What's going on?" Yeah, my daughter. He's from New York. You're having trouble in school, Barack. And he goes, "What's going on in the school?" And he goes.
These accents are unbelievable.
What's going on in the school, Sarah? She goes, we're not earning enough money.
Oh, so that's Sarah. Right, sorry, it's just hard to tell.
Barack is like, well, I'm implementing change in the Social Security system. All I need to do is get the House of Democratic Representatives to vote past my law.
He's on the A team. He's behave Obama.
That's me trying to do an American accent. Hey, Michelle, could you speak to Sarah about her child? And she's coming out, she's like, hey, Sarah, I'm the first lady. I pity the fool who get over the Senate. I pity the fool.
Oh, fucking hell.
And
wow.
then you have Trump. Then it comes in. Must be just fucking carnage.
Do you have a Trump accent?
I believe. That's not good, is it? That's not
Your
good.
accents are the best.
It's bad, is it?
I love them. We have found you're a great comedian, right? Fucking MC, crowd work, fucking material, great. We have finally found your weak point is the character accents. That's where we need to work on.
What Donald Trump would be like, Donald Trump's like, Donald Trump.
That's better.
All right.
That's better.
I believe
Donald, there's more grit in it. Little more.
we need to go McDonald's.
There you go. Okay. A bit more
I
Obama.
can't do that one.
Yeah, you can't do anyone.
Can't do it.
There's not that one. There's... Oh, I was nailing Barack. Did you not hear?
I thought I was a generic American voice.
It was generic American. Yeah.
I believe in America.
That was different parts of it. So you got here's the thing. You got different parts of it. You got New York.
Do Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
I'll do it. Donald Trump.
That was, you said Trump. You at the Trump.
Okay. Donald Trump.
Why can you not get it?
Donald Trump. I'm back on Twitter.
This is a great comedy club.
Save comedy.
This is the biggest comedy club I've
We
ever
are
seen.
America.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle.
That was better. That was better.
Hey, Michelle, you got a BlackBerry? Are you on Snapchat?
You start the accent American and end back in Cork. You go from Obama to Roy Keane within seconds.
Go ahead. I can do.
Barack's slow, you see.
He's slow, is he? Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Where my Michelle?
That's better.
Is it?
Better, yeah.
Give me something to say in Barack.
I believe we can change America.
Okay. I believe we can change it. No. That was Irish. I believe we can change America. We can change. Someone changed my sheets. No, I can't do it. Donald Trump. I think I can do it. Give me a line for Donald Trump.
So great to be here right now.
So great.
That's better, yeah.
So great.
Yeah, it's really...
My daughter.
Yeah.
She's a fucking weapon. A weapon of mass destruction. So great. I'm going to build a wall.
We're going to build a big wall.
Over her fucking head.
Yeah. Good.
She's a fucking dope.
Better.
Get me my slaves.
Better.
Donald Trump.
He would actually say that.
2024.
Yeah.
Make America fucked up.
We're going to storm the Capitol.
I think I got there in the end. I think if
there was progression. There was definitely
who
progression.
else can you do?
I can do a bit of Bill Clinton too, just all American presidents.
Do Bill Clinton. Why is it? What's your obsession with American presidents?
I don't know. I just always had a real...
I could do Bill Clinton.
All right, go ahead.
Hillary.
That's better.
Why you touching me?
Why is he dying in your voice?
Hillary, we've had a good laugh.
Hillary, come closer, sweetie.
Where's Monica?
His infamous line was, I used to do... My first ever bit I ever wrote was... So Bill Clinton, what was it? They used to do that thing where... With Monica Lewinsky, where he came out and was like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. My bit was, imagine being in uni with him and you come home and you're like, Bill, do you see all my beer? And he's like, I did not drink your beer. And that was the whole bit. And that was when I was 19. I wrote that and did it on a TV show on BBC, and I still have the clip from it. I'll dig it out.
How did it go down?
I got through, so yeah, it was good.
I'm going to do that line. I did not have sexual relations.
I did not.
All right, here we go. Bill Clinton. Andrew Ryan.
I'm closing my eyes.
Here we go.
Okay.
I did not. Here we go. Stop. All right, here we go. I did not have sexual.
You sound like South Park.
Sorry.
You sound like Mr. Garrison from South Park.
Leave me one more go.
I
did not have sexual relations.
Why do you go in the falsetto voice there? Sexual relations. No, it's
with that woman. It was the other woman.
I'll do a promo for one of your shows as Bill Clinton. My favorite comedian, Andrew Ryan. He's really great. Comes from Cork. That's it. Do you want me to say anything for your show?
And then just finish it as Trump then.
This guy, okay, he plays golf, not as good as me. All right, we know I'm the best. Goes to a comedy club. Okay, you can see him. Not as funny as me. All right,
mate.
There you go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, you're very good at the impressions.
I would love to do more of it, but I can never find the problem with doing it in stand-up is you have to, if you're going to be an impression comedian, you just have to go fully immersed into it.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't. I just prefer doing like routine stories, bits, funny little skits or whatever. I just implementing the voices is too much.
Yeah, it's a tough gig, and also as well as I think people over time they go, right, we get it. Like there's no longevity with it.
Yeah, it's very hard to
Like,
be.
okay, you can do the voice. Like, I can do one of the guys I think pretty well from the Peaky Blinders. It's Cillian Murphy's brother in it.
Okay.
We are from the Shelby family.
That's good.
That's fucking really good.
That's really good. That's one of your better ones. It's no Obama, but
Yeah. No fucking fighting.
that's good. Yeah.
No fucking fighting.
I've never watched Peaky Blinders, but it sounds good.
I want to do Dougal as one of the Peaky Blinders.
How would that go? It's already great.
Here we go. Dougal as one of the Peaky Blinders, right? Here, I'm doing the hair.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
people watching, I'm doing the hair. There'll be no fighting, lads. I'm from the Shelby family, and there'll be no fighting.
There'll be no fighting. Dougal and the Godfather. Ah, jeez.
So, listen, Ted, I think we should make him an offer he can't refuse.
Forrest Gump. Dougal's Forrest Gump. Life is like a...
Oh, yeah. Ted, do you know this now? Here we go. I'm going to try and get this right. Here we go. If you're watching this online, this is the impression. What's the line?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Ted, do you know something? I think life is like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're going to get.
That actually sounds like a Dougal
Right,
line.
give me another one.
Oh, Scarface, you looking at me?
Oh, yeah.
You must be looking at me.
How are things? Are you looking at me? Yeah.
Oh, geez, you must be.
What's the other one?
There's no one else in this room.
There's another famous line in Fredo in The Godfather. Is it part 2 when he kills Fredo?
Oh, fuck.
It's my favourite film, you know,
Never
ever in the
seen
whole
it.
world. Godfather Part 2.
Never
Are
seen
you
anything.
fucking mental, Aaron?
Yep, this is where here's the thing. Tell me
It's
any...
the greatest movie ever made. One of the greatest.
I'll never watch it.
Why? The Godfather Part 2.
I've got...
There are scenes in there that are so iconic.
I'll never know.
The timing, the pacing, the change of emotion, the drama, the inclusivity, the murder.
But I have watched Day in the Life TikTok videos, and I think those are more Day in the Life TikTok.
Fuck this shit.
I would watch a Day in the Life of someone watching The Godfather, but I haven't watched The Godfather. Maybe
Have you watched any Godfathers?
No.
Aaron.
I've watched The Avengers.
Aaron Butler. No.
I need to...
I want you to do something for me. You have a lot of free time.
My bollocks I do. I've no free time.
My bollocks I do. What's that?
Too busy, but my bollocks I do have free time. My
You
bollocks
don't, you know, in the evenings.
I play PlayStation.
What are you doing tonight? Will you fucking play? You're a grown man.
I know.
What are you? Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2, Godfather Part 3 was good, not amazing, but Godfather Part 2.
Can I watch Part 2 if I...
No, you have to watch Part 1.
have to watch Part 1.
You have to watch Part 1.
You know what I'm like?
It is oh fuck. Did you watch Goodfellas?
I had to for...
You had to.
For GCSEs.
It should be a pleasure.
For GCSE, I had to watch it.
And what do you think of it?
It's good. Joe, I like the bit where he says funny hi. And I like...
Funny. Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Danny DeVito? Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci, sorry.
Danny DeVito in Goodfellas. Oh, just one small guy to another. I like the opening scene where they're walking into the kitchen. That music's playing. Life is but a dream. That's a good song.
Yeah. Listen. The Godfather Part 1, 2, and 3, just an amazing trilogy. Then you've Scarface.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it.
Carlito's Way.
Haven't seen it. Have you seen Grease?
Yeah, I was in Greece.
Have you seen Dirty Dancing?
Yeah.
Have you seen Footloose?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, you're all right.
You see what I mean? Do you ever notice that? Isn't there an abortion in Dirty Dancing?
There is.
But no one talks about that.
Penny is the character's name, I believe. Yeah, Penny.
Like-
Penny gets knocked up by Robbie.
Yeah, but there's an abortion, isn't there?
Oh, you don't see it, like.
No, but my point is, but there is an abortion. Like.
Oh, yeah.
I love how people don't talk about that.
Part of the story. Yeah, look.
But no one talks about that. We just skirt over the abortion.
You wanted extra scenes added?
No, but I just thought like it was for a movie like that.
Your vitals are looking well.
Was there any need for that? In that,
I'm trying to remember the plot point of why she. It was to make.
Is it Danny Zuko?
No, it was to make Robbie, the guy who played Robbie, look like a bad guy because he was bucking all around him on the camp. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, this is Robbie's baby, by the way," who also was trying to get with the other sister.
Robbie was bucking around.
Robbie's bucking around him, and they're like, "Penny, how'd this happen?" And she was like, "It was Robbie." And then Robbie was kind of the bad guy in the movie. And then the dad gives Robbie a check to go to university. I remember this so clearly. He gives Robbie a check to go to university after the camp's over, and then when he finds out that Robbie got the other girl pregnant, he yanks the check off Robbie and rips it up. He's like, bah! And then so that's
Barack Obama wouldn't have done that. I believe in America.
Give him the check.
He's going to support my daughters, my wife, and the American people. We believe in a hope.
Bit southern.
Is it? We believe in a hope. We believe in the hope, and it's hope that kills.
Good, less southern.
I want every American to have health care.
Healthcare for all. He's from Cork.
But I just don't know why there's an abortion in that film. I just don't think it's needed.
I think it's a crucial part of the story.
How did really?
I believe so.
I can't remember. Can you imagine them sitting down and goes, okay, they're all dancing, they're from different economic background. What else can we do? Abortion.
Plus, the reason why because she was meant to compete with Johnny in a dance contest and she couldn't, and that's why Baby has to come in and be Johnny's dance partner, and that's how they initially get together, all through thanks to the abortion.
It's amazing how life develops.
But it doesn't in that movie. It doesn't, but it does.
Can you imagine if the DUP would definitely not sponsor this episode?
Oh, yeah. There's very few people that will now. We've lost everything, but it's fine. It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it for those.
So tell me, Aaron, you did a bit of support for me recently.
Sure.
How did you find the support? You
do
a lot of support.
I've supported every comedian in this country, very much so.
Tommy Tiernan?
Yep.
You haven't.
Why did I say that?
Why did you say that?
Every comedian in our scene.
Okay, have you supported Geddes?
Yep.
Todd?
Yep.
Paddy?
Yep.
Willie?
Yep.
Me?
Well, I've been on gigs with Willie, so yeah.
Colin Murphy?
No, I haven't done any of the old boys, like.
The old boys?
The old boys, the old guard, Colin, Tim, Jake,
so funny,
and all
man.
them boys. Oh, they're great.
So talented.
Oh man, he's fucking
just so talented.
Yeah. I used to fucking whenever I'd go to the Empire or I'd go to Queen's Mandela Hall and Colin Murphy would MC, it'd be like you just watch, be like, oh, this guy's fucking.
Oh, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
so
inspiring.
Funny,
like, yeah, he's still so fucking funny.
Brilliant. And he's on tour as well, ladies and gentlemen, next year. So please do go buy a ticket for the amazing Colin Murphy, because he's a phenomenal stand-up comedian.
Yeah, but not
we've had him here on the podcast as well, you know.
Yeah.
I am taking a break next year.
Good.
From certain aspects of my life.
Good. You need to.
I really do think I need to.
Yeah. It's good to do that. Have a little reshuffle, rejig everything.
I am fucking exhausted, man.
Yeah, you got to.
Because I think there was sometimes when we were together for the 4 days, you were probably looking at me going, I was losing the rag.
Oh, it's funny, man. That gig in Newry was hilarious.
Oh, so explain to the crowd what happened in Newry.
So we arrive at Newry. The doors open at 7:30, and the gig starts at 8. But it was like pre-7:30, and you're like, do you need me to do it? You were like freaking out, going around, do you need me to open the door, go on the tickets, do that? And Leanne, who runs the gig, who does a great job, was just like, sit the fuck down, Andrew, and shut the fuck up. And I was like, yeah, just shit, it's all good. It'll all sort itself out. People will come in. So people come in. We start the gig. You went on, did the first 10, 15 or whatever, get them warmed up. I go on, do 10, 15, and then we take a break. The way that the gig is laid out, the only toilet in the venue just so happens to be a part of our green room. So the queue for the toilet, it's a small venue. There's maybe about 15 people queuing for the toilet. So in our green room, as Andrew's trying to write a set, there's people everywhere. And then one guy in particular, there's seats like, there's a seat over by the other side of the room, the other side. This guy decides to sit smack bang next to Andrew, on top of Andrew, essentially, as Andrew's writing out a set. And he sits next to you and goes, what part of Cork are you from then? And you go, you'll find out in the show if you just give me a minute, you know what I mean? And the guy, and I died laughing. I started taking a video. You should put the video on Patreon just for people to see.
I wasn't taking any shit, like.
Oh, and then you were like, fuck off, all of you, fuck off. And then they were all having a crack. It was great crack.
So the audience was basically backstage with us.
Yeah.
But obviously they'd come to watch me do the show, and obviously Aaron as well. But as they're queuing for the toilet, they just start talking to me.
Yeah.
And which is great.
Yeah.
But when they start talking to you and you have the crack with them, but then they come over to you and they literally sit next to you, and you're like, all right. And then they're like, oh, so where are you from? And I'm like, okay. And then it gets to the point then where they're like right up against your space. And I was getting quite agitated because I have to go on for an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you just fucking leave me alone, please? I'm just about to go on stage for an hour. And I'm like, now you want to know where I was born. Like, will you fucking leave me alone, please? And you're sitting in the corner like this, look. You're like this going, hey! He's like filming the whole thing going, look at Andrew Ryan's getting fucking annoyed.
Oh, yeah. It was a precious moment that I'd never wanted to forget. And so I had to document it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, and then on Sunday, we did the Black Box Theatre in Belfast, which my first time ever in it. What a venue.
You like it?
Mate.
Yeah.
What a venue.
Yeah, that's been about for years
What
now.
a venue. The staff, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everybody working there behind the bar. Oh my God. I walked in and I was like, and the green room that we did the show in, because I'm doing a second show in the big room in the Black Box in February, which is nearly sold out 200 people.
Lovely.
So if you are interested in coming to see me and Aaron again, this is the last show of the run in February. Because of the amount of tickets we sold for the Black Box and the demand, we put on an extra show, and I'm just blown away by the demand for people to come and see me.
Great.
Aaron's going to be opening with me as well.
Great.
We moved into the big 200-seater, and that is nearly full. So please go on andrewryancomedy.com for tickets. But I walked in there and I just went, this is my home.
Glad you liked it.
You know the way like some people can walk into a Limelight
Yeah.
or somewhere and they go, oh, this is where I do my shows.
Yeah.
I just walked into the Black Box and went, this is my home.
I'm glad
This
you
is
felt
where I
that
do
way.
it.
Glad you felt that way.
And it was a lovely Sunday night gig.
Yeah.
Very chilled.
Very chill.
Imagine people aren't really drinking. The atmosphere, is very sort of like, oh, it's Sunday night. Let's have a laugh. It's not going to be raucous. I didn't feel I was brilliantly at my best performance level. I thought it was good, but I thought I could have been better. But then again, the same old fucking problems again, isn't it? Like fucking pricks talking in the show and stuff like that.
One bad egg ruins a
Annoying
bunch.
me. Like, why can you not go to a show and just shut up?
Yeah, just
Shut the fuck up.
do you go to a musical and go, ah, you know what I mean?
I'm not
You
talking to the crowd. And then when you say to them, like, please don't talk to me, they keep talking to you. And then you're like, you shouldn't be coming out.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
you
know?
need.
But it happens everywhere. Like in Dundalk, it happened.
Yeah.
Happened. Dublin, it happened.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's just the way it is. And listen, they didn't ruin the gigs. The gigs were great. Loved it. And by all means, please do come again. I'm just saying is that like the bugbear for the comedians is always the talking. But listen, it happens. And I understand people maybe have got childcare issues. They need to check their phones. That's totally cool. Like,
Yeah.
And I love the fact that people have come out of their house on a Sunday to watch a show. But also what's annoying is that like when I go home and people message me from the show and they say I really loved the show, but I was really annoyed by this person next to me always talking.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the people that really wanted to listen to the show.
They paid tickets.
So
And
just can everyone just like when you go to the cinema or whatever, like just be in the moment.
yeah.
Everyone needs to just relax. That's all. We're all a community.
Yep.
Everyone, let's come together. You know.
Yep. Get you.
I had a little altercation. Oh, not an altercation. Now this sums me up.
Yes.
Where I am at the moment, like, and I think when I tell you this, you're just gonna be like, "That is such an Andrew Ryan thing."
I can imagine where it's going.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm in a coffee shop. Well,
Even that on its own has a recipe for disaster for you.
I'm in a coffee shop. I'm around people.
That's all it takes.
Okay, and I'm sitting in a corner. I'm far away, and I'm thinking I'm fine over here. I go to the toilet, which is my right.
That is.
I go to the toilet. There's only one toilet now, and it's a unisex, or what do they call it unisex anymore? Or is it like trans? Not what's the word?
No, it's unisex.
Right. I go to the toilet, which is my right. I go in, close the door, lock the door. I do my toilet business, and then as I'm kind of washing or whatever, do my hands and all that.
Full shower.
I've got a full shower.
Yeah. Cost of living's tight.
Just popped in for a coffee, having a full shower and a shave,
Yeah.
right? Somebody tries the door,
Uh-huh.
but obviously the door is locked. And the tap is running. They then try the door a second time. What the fuck do they think is going to happen?
Yeah.
After they've tried the door the first time.
Yeah.
And I go, somebody in here, sternly.
Yeah.
So I'm now deciding to take my fucking time.
Good.
So I finish washing my hands and I take out the paper
Yes.
to dry my hands.
Take your
They
time.
try the door a fucking third time.
Wow.
So I'm thinking it's a child.
Might be.
I'm thinking it's a kid. There's no way
There's
human,
no way an adult.
fucking adult
There's no way.
has come to a door that says engaged. They've tried it twice. They've been told someone is in it, and then they try it for a fucking third time. There's no way.
There's no way.
Anyone over the age of 7 has the fucking stupidity
Yeah.
to do that.
Yep.
I dry my hands. I unlock the door. The door is pushing out. As I push the door open, a woman in her 40s is standing and the door hits her and then looks at me like it's my fucking fault that the door clipped her. She was, and I opened the door back and I was like that, and she kind of steps back. She's like, oh, and I went, there's somebody in the toilet, there's no need to try it. And then she fucking rushed straight past me. And then I think she muttered something. I didn't obviously do any confrontation. She muttered something, and I'm like, and as her door closed, as I was walking away, I just went, fucking idiot.
Maybe she had diarrhea.
I understand that, but my point is that what good was trying it for a third time?
Yeah.
After you've been told there's someone in here.
Maybe she was getting some sort of sense of relief from just pushing the handle down and hoping that it would get her in.
But quicker. I just don't understand why. But like. The door's pushing out. Step away from the fucking door and let me come out of the fucking toilet.
She would rather take a knock from the door than have to waste a precious millisecond taking another step away from it.
Like someone's in the door, wait, step back and just wait. Like any normal human being. Anyway, I'll go back to my coffee table, my little table, right?
Great.
And I'm thinking, I'm going to fucking see who this is now coming out. No, so I had to position myself. So she comes out. And I thought she was in maybe her 40s. She wasn't. She was probably in her 30s.
Okay.
And she comes out and she queues up to get a coffee. So I'm just like, forget it, you know. Like, fucking idiot. Like, fucking. Anyway. And she keeps kind of like not looking over at me, but she's agitated.
Right.
And I'm thinking, what have I done here now? All I've done is go to the fucking toilet.
Yeah, and it's a problem.
And it's a problem for you that you can't cope that I'm in the toilet. And then when I open the door hits you. You didn't step up. How else am I going to get out? Anyway, she again gets a coffee and sits like 2-3 tables away from me. And the fucking tension.
Oh, I love this. I wish I was.
It wasn't even sexual tension.
No, I know.
It was toilet tension.
Yeah, the worst kind.
Worst kind. And I'm just sitting there. I'm going to go. Is she going to come over to me? Am I going to get in a fucking full-on argument here in a coffee shop in Hollywood?
I'd love that.
Am I getting in a full-on argument here? So I'm just doing this anyway, and I'm doing that. She's not even looking at her fucking phone, so you know something's up.
She's staring right at you.
She's not staring at me. She's got a coffee. She's sitting there with a coffee, and she's looking not at me, and she's not even looking at her phone. And I went, oh, she's waiting for someone. She's waiting for a friend or something like that. Like, I'm thinking, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Working away on it. She drinks her coffee in fucking one. Like, no, not it's only a small coffee, right?
Downs the espresso.
No, took sips, but then the last bit of the coffee, proper in one.
Spits it in your face.
Gets up, walks out.
Okay.
To this day, I don't know what was going on.
Right.
She wasn't waiting for anyone. Why did she sit for a coffee? She wasn't looking at her phone. She came in, she used the toilet, and then maybe felt bad and had to, because of what she did in there. Then it was me thinking, should I go in and check the toilet?
See what she's left.
See what's gone on in there.
Jesus Christ.
Now I understand she could be just having a bad day. I'm totally cool with that. She could have stomach issues. We all have stomach issues. I've no problem with that.
She might have female stomach issues.
And that's totally fine.
It's not.
But I just don't understand why you would try the door 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that got me. Like, I'm someone in here, fucking back off. Has anyone had stuff like that? You know, the way it's like getting off trains and the door's open and you step out and people are stepping in, you fucking full on. Like, move away. Move the fuck away.
See, I think where I would react differently if I was in your scenario is that I wouldn't even have went, there's somebody in here. I would have just laughed because I find that funny.
You would have de-escalated.
Oh, yeah. I would have just been like...
No, you see, I go from 0 to 100. Like,
yeah, you let it annoy you.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, Aaron, why do I let it annoy me?
Why, you tell me.
I don't. This is what I'm trying to figure fucking out. Why do I go from 0 to 100 over the smallest, stupidest fucking things?
You need to remember, in the bigger picture of life, whenever you went home that day, it's insignificant to your life. Her pushing that handle down doesn't impact your comedy, doesn't impact your financial, doesn't impact your mental health, doesn't impact anything.
Doesn't mental health.
It's just her. But shouldn't impact your mental health. That's just her being her. Fuck it, like fucking, what significance is her putting the handle down? She could have did 5 times, 6 times, 10 times.
But what's she getting out of it?
What are you getting out of it though? From
frustrated,
the anger point
I'm
of it?
being rushed.
You're not being rushed.
I am being rushed because she's dying to get in.
You're letting her rush you.
She's rushing me.
No, fucking let her just pull the handle more. Who gives a fuck? What's going to happen at the end of the day if you just stay in there another hour? You know? That's what I would have done. I would have just sniggered it off and let her push, and then just come out and just look down and be like, all right, fuck it, whatever.
But
you know,
I'm living wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I'm living wrong.
I know you are. I'm trying to help.
I'm living
I'm
wrong,
trying to
lads.
give you. You just need to change your perspective.
But it's the same thing at driving, like.
Well, I drove with you and you were dead on.
Yeah, but until I got to Dublin.
Yeah, but look,
I'm a good, like,
that was bad traffic.
I'm a decent, like.
Absolutely.
I get very little road rage, but there's one or two things.
Yeah.
And I mean, that bug me. Like, when you stop at services and there's people obviously parking over 2 parking spaces, I will deliberately try and park next to that person.
Yeah.
And I will put my passenger door right up against their driver door so they can't get in to prove a fucking point. That's how fucked up I am, like.
Yeah.
Like, if I see someone parking badly in a busy area, I'm going to fucking try and get my car into to inconvenience them.
Right.
Am I a problem? Am I the problem? Or how do I let that go? How do I drive around the car park and be like, I'll just leave them off? Somebody help me.
Here's how I help you. This is life, and that's what people are going to do. No one's going to be...
I can't cope with it.
Everyone can't be us. Everyone can't be a nice, self-serving member of the public. They just can't.
We're not that.
we're better than the people who are parking in the fucking disabled or whatever.
I just find it.
But you can't let it agitate you.
I don't know where, but it's agitating me, Aaron.
But you can't let it. That's you letting it agitate you. I have parked in spaces where there's been people parked over 3 fucking spaces. I just go, what a dick, and then I move on with my life. There's too much other shit to take the enjoy out of life than to let something like that annoy you. It'll be what it'll be. Whatever. People are going to take advantage and take the piss out of things. People are going to try to get into the toilet when you're trying to get in. People are going to go into you're going to be on an airplane toilet and people are going to do the same thing. It's going to happen all the time. You just got to live with it.
Yeah, I got to live with it, don't I?
You just got to live with it and you'll be fine.
I can, though.
You can, of
Drives
course
me
you
insane,
can.
mate.
No, you can't.
That's why I think Roy Keane is my spirit animal. Like.
No, it shouldn't be.
But it drives me fucking insane.
Maybe you just need a good long massage or something. I don't know.
Do you know what I need? I need perspective in
Therapy.
life. No, do you know what it is? No, I've completed it.
That's how bad it's got. You've completed therapy and you're still like this? What were you like
therapy.
before the therapy?
Oh, mate. I had to go. Like, I honestly think, you know the reason why I'm getting like this?
Go ahead.
Is because of my lack of personal life.
Really?
I've no other focus.
Really?
Well, it's not that but I don't go out looking massively for...
But you have a good personal life, I think.
I have a good personal life, yeah, but I think it's the sort of, like, there's too much time to be thinking about things.
So you've too much time?
No, I'm a very busy man.
Yeah.
But within that, like, for example, I'm busy. I have to drive Belfast to Dublin.
Right.
But in that time, I can think.
Yes.
I'm not busy with stuff that I can't. So I'm busy. I'm sitting on a plane. I'm busy. I have to fly to London. But while I'm on the plane, I've time to think. Mm-hmm. To see the difference.
Oh, yes.
So I'm busy, but with plenty of time to think.
Yes.
In what I'm doing.
Yes.
And I think for a living.
Uh-huh.
Because that's my job. Like,
of course.
I think of jokes, right? And I notice people at home now laughing at the way I say think.
Yes.
But I feel, and I think sometimes, that because I don't have other things to focus on in life, I allow the small things to creep in too much.
Right. So that's what we found.
I get obsessed with the small thing when in a bigger picture. Like, so for example, like, I don't know, say my mum, for example, would have 4 kids, and my next door neighbour had a visitor and they parked our car over our driveway. And I said, "Man, they've parked the car over the driveway." She goes, "Yeah, who gives a shit?
Right.
I've got to feed 4 kids.
Exactly.
It's not important."
Exactly.
20 minutes later, the car's moved. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
People do these things.
Yes.
If that was me, I've rung the police. I've knocked on the neighbour. I've emailed Stephen Nolan.
You've got a key cut of their car so you can move it yourself.
I've checked out their company returns on the HMRC.
Yeah.
I've stood out of the house. I've waited. I've twitched the curtain.
Yeah. There's times where...
And I don't know how to get over that. I don't know what sort of social anxiety that is.
I think, I don't know, maybe it comes from comedy. Maybe you find humour in those things, and so maybe your mind tends to go to those things so that you can create humour from it.
Well, I do have a lot of humour from small things.
Of course, and that's good.
My comedy is can be from a small situation.
That's good, but then you need to also separate that from letting it agitate you, actually agitate you.
Like, I'll give you an example. This happened a while ago. I was doing a show and the show started at 9 o'clock and I arrived to the show at, say, 8 o'clock and I'm there with somebody and it was in England and I was doing my own show and the audience, say, arrived from 8 and there's a backstage area. So I go into the backstage area I arrived at 7:30. This is exactly what happened. I arrived at 7:30, the show's at 9 o'clock. I'm in the main room. I'm looking at the lights. I'm doing the sound and all that kind of stuff, right? And then at around 10 to 8, I decided to go into the back room as they're just about to open the box office, but nobody had arrived. And then all of a sudden, two audience members arrived at like 7:45, 10 to 8, and I'm in the room, and they, for some reason, because the box office wasn't open, they walked in, and somebody said, "Oh, sorry, we're not open," and they were like, "Oh no, it's fine. We want to stay in now anyway." And in my head, I was like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah, but you can't do that because it's not your arena. It's your you can definitely complain and be like, guys, we can't have this happening. But
I felt that they were invading my person, and then when the staff member said to them, like, "Can you shift? Do you mind going back outside?" They wouldn't go, and then I'm all of a sudden, so my audience are now arguing. It says on the ticket 8 o'clock, and at 7:45, you're demanding what you're supposed to get at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the middle of this, and I'm like going,
and
just come at 8 o'clock and there wouldn't be an issue.
And you shouldn't be. But this is people for you. People, and look, that it'll happen. You know what I mean? These things happen.
Yeah.
And you just gotta freaking.
I don't know. I need to work on it. Probably need to work on it. It's just getting impatient. And I think, do you know what it is? I think a lot of it's to do with the weather.
Oh, right. So if it was sunny, you'd have been like, guys, come in at 6.
Do you know, I think a lot of it's to do with the weather. I think
you don't
I'm
like
one
it?
of these weather guys.
I actually get a wee bit sadder during
I'm one of the weather guys.
Bar best. He's our local weather guy, in case you don't know. I have to be careful.
But as this podcast goes out, I will be in Dubai.
And that'll be good weather.
Days. Oh wait, but I can't get angry over there because I'm not in prison.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine me getting angry at a sheikh for pushing the toilet. Mate, I'm in the fuck. All right, mate. All right, respect your culture. All the best.
I'll be in Switzerland when this podcast goes out, trying not to go to Dignitas.
Because couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford the flight.
Like I say, it's the number 2 resort, so I might as well go. But
Aaron, what's your show coming up? We're probably sold out, are we? But there might still be some tickets.
Guys, by the time this goes out, it could very well be sold out. There's currently 30 tickets on sale. It's going fast. Aaron Butler Africa, the special recording of my first ever solo show in Lavery's. Andrew's going to be emceeing. Rory Woods is going to be doing a set. AaronButlerTickets.com. Get them before they're no longer.
It's going to be a great night, guys. I'm going to be there. It's a Sunday night in Lavery's. Aaron's first show. I'm emceeing the gig. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please do sign up to the Patreon for the next live show. Premium tickets. 3 episodes extra a month. So sign up. All details are on the YouTube and on the Instagram. And can I just say, we now have 13,000 followers in Cork and in our podcast Instagram.
Thank you all. Thank you all. And we're if you're new listening, thank you all so much for joining us. It's good to have you here, and we hope to provide you with countless hours of Andrew breaking down.
If there's anyone out there that gets the same irritations as me over small things, please let me know.
There you go.
Please let me know. I want to set up some sort of support group.
Get a WhatsApp group going with he's all in it, and you can complain about the WhatsApp group.
Complain about the WhatsApp group. He's read that and he's not fucking replied.
Yeah, he's changed the profile photo and he wasn't meant
He's
to.
not even an admin. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much, Cork and the North. Please subscribe to everything. Patreon, please support the pod.